What's going on YouTube? Listen up, young elder gang. This is your average Joe Blow, at you with another banger. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video, fam. I hope this video get at least 100,000 likes in this video. You will find history definitions, scripture information, and best of all, what we Americans have been deprived of from the beginning: the truth. Keep in mind, this content used in this video is intended for entertainment, educational, and informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice or create an attorney-client relationship. You should not act upon any information on this site without seeking the advice of a competent attorney for your specific situation. We will give you the total truth as we best understand it today. Be sure to hit that like button, young elder gang, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit that bell, and don't forget to check back with us every day for new content. Imagine waking up to realize you've been playing a game your entire life, one you never agreed to join. The rules are hidden, enforced by your unknowing compliance. Every document, every transaction, every vote moves on a board you never saw. But awareness changes everything. The moment you see the board, you're no longer just a piece. The illusion shatters. The power shifts to you. Now you are awake. Chess is a brutal metaphor for our world. Kings, queens, and pawns. We are the pawns, numerous, expendable, moving forward by rules we didn't make. Our value is measured in sacrifice, our choices an illusion. Yet, a pawn that reaches the end transforms, becoming the most powerful piece. Awareness is our first step. Understanding the board lets us play for ourselves. The system wants us contained, but we can break free. Know the game, and you can change your fate. Step back. See life as a complex game. Moves, counter-moves, ancient rivalries. The struggle is old, the rules hidden in history, language, and law. The true test is not brute force, but intelligence, solving the riddle of your own existence. Recognize the illusion, and you reclaim your power. The universe is a puzzle. Your life is the answer. Learn the rules, not just to play, but to master the game. The path to awakening begins with seeing the board for what it is. Your game began at birth, with a document, not a choice. The birth certificate created a legal fiction, binding you to a system of debt and control. Property, cars, even your children, registered, taxed, collateralized. You became a pawn in a rigged game, your rights turned into privileges. The system profits from your unawareness. The first chain was the paper that named you. Control goes deeper than law. It severs culture, history, and spirit. The black codes and forced conversions erased ancestral identity, replacing it with subservience. Language, religion, even names were stripped away. The attack was total, mental, spiritual, generational. The result? A people disconnected from their legacy, trapped by invisible chains. The war was never just physical, it was for the mind. The roots of this game run deep, back to the Inquisition and the fall of the Moorish Empire. History was stolen, identities hidden, trauma institutionalized. Forced conversions, forbidden languages, and constant suspicion became the blueprint for modern oppression. The tactics evolved, but the strategy remains. Keep you divided, disconnected, and unaware. The Inquisition never ended. It just changed its name. To fight back, you must know your history and see the centuries-old war for what it is. Awareness is the first move toward freedom. In this modern iteration of the game, the battlefield has shifted from the physical to the commercial. The Inquisition's principles of control have been integrated into a new system, one that operates under the guise of law and order. The key to understanding this system is a simple, chilling phrase: all crime is commercial. Every interaction you have with the state, every citation, every court case, is fundamentally a commercial transaction. They are not interested in justice. They are interested in revenue. They want the money. You are not a citizen being protected. You are a debtor being collected upon. Look at the federal regulations. Chapter 27, Section 72.11. It lists commercial crimes, offenses against revenue, larceny, swindling, confidence games. It even states that drug addiction will be treated as if it were a commercial crime. Why? Because every charge carries a potential fine, a monetary penalty that feeds the corporate state. When you are brought before a court, you are not there to argue facts. You are there as the surety for the legal fiction, the straw man created by your birth certificate to settle a commercial claim. The game is rigged to ensure you are always in the wrong and always liable to pay. This is why they want you to argue. They want you to plead guilty or not guilty. Both are commercial pleas that accept the court's jurisdiction and validate your role as the debtor. By engaging on their terms, you consent to play their game. You become a pawn moving predictably on their board. The entire system operates in a state of bankruptcy, and the courts are the administrative offices for collecting on the debt. Your future labor, your property, and your freedom are the assets being traded. Every law and statute is a tool to extract wealth from the population and transfer it to the creditors. Understanding this commercial nature is a protocol of liberty. It is the key to disengaging from their trap. When you realize that the complaint against you is a commercial charge in violation of the United States Constitution's prohibition against impairing the obligation of contracts, you begin to see a way out. You are not a criminal. You are a creditor to a bankrupt corporation. The occupational government is merely a trustee by default to your estate. By learning the rules of commerce, specifically the Uniform Commercial Code, you can turn the tables. You can stop being a pawn and start reclaiming your lost estate, one commercial interaction at a time. Behind every great game, there are players. Not the pieces on the board, but the minds that move them. Organizations like the Freemasons and Knights Templar are not mere fraternal clubs. They guard secrets that could shatter the world. To the outside world, they present charity and tradition. But within, another story is told. They guide the pieces, ensuring the game unfolds in their favor. By speaking their names, you strip away their greatest weapon: secrecy. This is no ordinary chess game. The board is multidimensional, the rules ever-shifting. Knowledge is your power, ignorance your cage. The more you know, the higher you ascend. Each move is a test, across law, psychology, and ancient wisdom. Learn to see the connections. Every piece of knowledge unlocks new paths. You are not just a pawn, you can master the game. This is a war of gods and ancestors, a cosmic struggle between earthborn tribes, rooted in the living world, and outsiders seeking dominion. It's the organic versus the artificial, the sovereign versus the slave. The future belongs to those who reclaim their power and unite, breaking free from the foreign influence, once and for all. In this fifth-dimensional war, the greatest weapon is not a sword, but the mind. The primary strategy is not physical conflict, but brain-banging, the rigorous, relentless application of strategic thinking to deconstruct the riddle of life. It is an intellectual warfare waged against the programming and deception of the chess masters. To win, you must outthink your opponent. You must learn to follow the convoluted train of thought they have laid out as a trap, and then find the logical flaw, the contradiction, the lie that allows you to break free from their narrative and snap back to reality. This is not a battle of might, but a battle of intelligence. The chess masters have built a labyrinth of legal fictions, historical lies, and spiritual diversions. They expect you to react emotionally, to respond with anger, fear, or violence. These reactions keep you trapped on the lower levels of the game, predictable and easy to control. Brain banging is the discipline of rising above emotional reaction and engaging with cold, hard logic. It means studying their codes, the UCC, the Christian Black Codes, the Code of Federal Regulations, not to obey them, but to understand the mechanics of your own enslavement. It means tracing the history of the Inquisition, not to mourn it, but to identify the blueprint of your oppression. Every piece of information provided is a clue. It is a breadcrumb trail leading you out of the maze. The connections are complex, a Delta blues note off a two-sided family flip, a game of tic-tac-toe where the rules are constantly changing. It is a riddle wrapped in a poem, hidden inside a legal document. To solve it, you must develop a new way of thinking, one that sees patterns where others see chaos. You must learn to see the flea flicker, the trick play, the move designed to misdirect your attention while the real action happens elsewhere. The game is a test of your perception and your analytical skill. This is the path to victory. It is a victory won not on a battlefield of blood, but in the theater of the mind. By raising your intelligence above the need to raise a weapon, you transcend the game they have designed for you. You become an unpredictable player, a piece that moves in ways they cannot anticipate. When you can follow the logic, unravel the riddle, and see the holographic nature of the game, you reclaim your power. The game is designed for your checkmate, not by chance, but by a centuries-old legal trap. The government acts as a corporate trustee, managing your estate and birthright, as if you are lost. Reclaiming your estate means breaking this bond and asserting your true status. Step off their chessboard, declare yourself living, withdraw consent, and reclaim your sovereignty. Liberty means freedom from arbitrary restraint. The art of communication is knowing how to assert your rights with precision, especially when facing authority. If you act like a pawn, you'll be treated like one. But if you communicate as a sovereign, you reclaim your power. This is the essence of the protocols, preserving your liberty by knowing the rules and acting with confidence. The real deception is that you're outside the Constitution. In truth, the corporate government operates outside it, while you, the people, are its source of legitimacy. The 10th Amendment reserves power to the people. You are not a subject. You are the master. The United States is both a constitutional republic and a federal corporation. They are not the same. The Moors were always meant to be free and sovereign, protected by the Constitution, not corporate codes. The culmination of this act, the final move before the board is flipped, is the reclamation of your full life status. This is the core of the checkmate you design. So, what is the nature of this reclamation? It's the process of synthesizing all this knowledge of the commercial game, the historical deception, and the protocols of liberty into a unified declaration of being. It's really about moving from a state of legal death as a missing person and surety for a corporation to a state of legal life as a sovereign creator with an estate to command. This is the ultimate objective of the entire movement. The application is practical, not just theoretical. It involves creating and recording legal documents that correct your status on the public record. This is how you reclaim your estate. You are no longer just a pawn on the board. You are declaring yourself the owner of the board itself. The occupational government, which has been acting as a trustee by default, is put on notice. Their assumed authority is challenged and, through proper documentation and non-consent, revoked. You are reclaiming the power that was always yours, a power they only held because you did not know how to claim it. This return to full life status is a checkmate against their system. A corporation can only contract with another corporation or a legal fiction. It cannot contract with a living, breathing man or woman without their knowing, willing, and intentional consent. By declaring your status as a living being and severing the bond with your straw man, you become legally invisible to their system of commercial plunder. Their claims, their statutes, their fines can no longer attach to you. You are no longer a valid target in their revenue game. You have checkmated their design by refusing to be the piece they need you to be. This is the path forward. It's a process of unmasking the illusion, understanding the protocols, and executing the reclamation. It's about restoring what was stolen, your birthright, your estate, and your sovereign power. The game only existed because you were playing by their rules, unaware of your own power. By reclaiming your full life status, you are not just changing your position in the game, you are ending it. You are stepping away from the board and asserting a reality where their game has no power over you. This is the nature of reclamation. This is checkmate by your own design. The spell is cast through complexity and confusion, a web of legal jargon and psychological manipulation designed to keep you lost. But awakening comes in a flash of clarity. You start seeing the world as code, recognizing patterns and the system's mechanics. Once you deconstruct the machine, you realize you can refuse to play the game. This clarity is the first taste of true freedom, the moment you wake up as the ghost in the machine. The entire system of control is built on one hidden foundation: your silent, presumed consent. Breaking the spell requires learning the immense power of a single word: no. A sovereign no, calmly stated, is a withdrawal of consent. Withdrawing consent is you, finally, closing and locking the door. The spell is broken by this simple, powerful act of non-agreement. Like a flea flicker in football, unpredictability is your greatest weapon. When you make moves the system can't predict, it glitches. You become every piece on the board, shifting strategy at will. Each unpredictable action creates a glitch in the matrix. Refuse to play your assigned role, break their game and create your own path. The Hail Mary isn't desperation, it's faith. Our victory is realizing the game was a test, and by awakening, we've already won. The spell breaks when we stop fighting for victory and start living from it. The sons of Mama won for Mama. We are singing our victory song. What are the protocols of liberty? They're concrete procedures for reclaiming what's been stolen. Think of them as a tactical manual for navigating commerce and law. They restore order in a system built on chaos. Understand your interactions are governed by contracts, not justice. Learn to read contracts, spot fraud, and declare them void. They are the rules of disengagement from a game you never agreed to play. At birth, a legal fiction, a trust was created in your name, and your estate placed under state control. You became the surety, not the beneficiary. The protocols of liberty guide you to reclaim your lost estate, declaring yourself found, not a corporate fiction, but a sovereign being. By serving notice, you assert your rightful claim, stepping from debtor to creditor. The estate is yours to reclaim. In this war of paper and contracts, your most powerful weapon is communication, precise, formal, and legally significant. The notice is your tool, a formal declaration that puts agents on record, shifting the power dynamic. You're not asking for permission, you're making a declaration, reclaiming your power, checkmating with documentation. Living in full life status means reclaiming your estate, correcting your status, and becoming the sovereign creator of your own reality. You move with quiet confidence, knowing your rights, no longer a pawn in their game. This is true liberty, claimed, defended, and lived every day. The king has been toppled, but this was not their victory, it was yours. The illusion is unmasked, the spell shattered. You stand rooted in truth, no longer a pawn, but a sovereign soul. The old game is over. You now play on a new board, one of your own design. In the silence, you hear an echo, a whisper from the abyss of time, a drumbeat in your blood. This is your ancestral mandate. You are the living resolution to their struggle, the proof that the chains are made of shadow. You are a lighthouse in the fading darkness, a beacon for those still lost in the game. You are the answer to your ancestors' prayers and the guardian of the future they dreamed of. The old board is gone. The ancient war is won. Before you lies a field of pure potential. The future is not a destination. It is a reality you create with every choice. The tools are now in your hands. What world will you build? You are the proof that one person armed with knowledge and courage can walk away free. The unplayed move is yours. Make it beautiful. Make it real.